Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope this works. Wherever you are, whatever you do, I hope you're doing great. And if you're not doing great, well, that's life. And, the good news is with every disappointment you experience in life, there is a amazing window of opportunity for transformation and growth. So that's me, Pete Schaub, version 2.0, live from Switzerland. And I like to welcome you, and I thank you for showing up when you are live and you come on watching this. Then just hit me a smiley face or a laugh. Feel free to leave any comments. I'm happy to read them thereafter. So I stand for 2 times LS or 2XLS, leadership and Lifestrategist. So today is my first podcast. My first live podcast. Actually, it's casted on YouTube and on Facebook. Yes. So, as this is my first podcast, of course, nobody's perfect, and I'm here to improve myself. As always in life, we have to grow, we have to improve, and we transform. So this is really definitely exciting for me to be here, to speak to the camera, and hope on the other hand somebody is watching or is watching the review. And yeah, what is today's topic? First, I would like to introduce myself. I know normally we say in coaching and consulting, it's all about you. But in order to know who you're dealing with, I really want to share a few minutes about myself, about my journey, because I think it's worthwhile to hear it and to learn about my story. And the second thing is I would like to address a wish, and it goes into the topic of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, where I do the practitioner training right now. I would like to invite you for an exercise on which behalf you will profit at the end of the day. So yeah, let's jump back into myself. Yes, I'm from Switzerland, and I had the privilege to work in the corporate world for the last 20 plus years in business development, market development, sales, and marketing. So I had the privilege to work in various countries on this beautiful planet, including China for 6 years. Yeah, this is the hand sign number 6. As well as in India, incredible India. I lived over 2 years. When we moved there, my daughter was just newborn, my second daughter, and people said, "You are crazy, what are you moving to India? Cannot be." Yes, we did it and we enjoyed it. Of course, the first year was pretty tough, to adjust, to adapt to a complete different environment. It was quite challenging, to say. And we ended up loving it. And also we built great relations with local people. And these are enduring relations. And in business, I built up a team, and we had such a great team spirit. We were driving on a common mission. And this is what is important in leadership. You have to give people a mission. You have to give them a purpose. Yeah. It's everything in life. It's about what we want to do, what we want to achieve, who we want to serve. And this was just incredibly beautiful in India, with working with my colleagues, to see them grow, to see them personally grow, supporting them. And this is an important part of leadership. You have to support them while make them accountable. But anyway, it's what I learned. It's about you have to drive your emotions. You have to include your emotions. You have to engage. You have to show empathy. You have to be empathetic. Yeah. So what my experience was in the last 20 years, there is a complete lack of engagement when it comes to leadership. Yeah. Obviously, I have not seen only the right side of the corporate world. As you all know, when you work in the corporate world, you have these economical cycles, up and downs, and people getting laid off. I got laid off. I had to fire people. So that's the name of the game. So you have to look forward, and yeah, either you find another job or you find something which is really making you happy. And when people ask me, or I ask people, what do you think about me? Who is this Pete? How would you describe me? There was a common denominator. They say, oh, you are passionate about life, and even times of, dark clouds, stormy seasons to master, you always look at the bright side of life. And yeah, you are always optimistic. And I thought, okay, maybe this is a gift I have. And so I embarked on this exciting journey of self-discovery and self-development. Yeah, the last couple of weeks and months, where I really had the pleasure to meet a lot of amazing people, from the universe of entrepreneurship, business owners, coaches, consultants. And I started with myself, because when it comes to leadership, you have to know yourself first in all aspects of life. Whether you want to grow or develop your own business, whether you want to lead a team, you have to know yourself. You have to know who you are. Because when you don't know who you are, how can you serve? How can you possibly, spread out this strong passion? Yeah. So all the great leaders, empowered leaders, they first clean their baggages. And that's what I did. I started to clean my black baggages. I had a spiritual coach. We did a live one-on-one session, and it was a real great and deep, profound experience. Yeah, driven by a lot of emotions. Further on, I also attended neurolinguistic programming, a practitioner training in Phoenix, Arizona. It was last year. That was a life changer. And this I took basically as my tool to develop my own coaching business. Yeah, as a life strategist and also as a leadership mentor. And then I also had business coaches. I attended various workshops, seminars. I enrolled in programs of some of the very reputable, well-known coaches. So that's what I did, and that's what I continue to do, because I have now this responsibility in this world to bring people into empowerment, yeah, to make people great. That means, they have to master their ability to relentlessly focus on their ambition and actively act upon it. Yeah. So I really want to help, to give back what I learned, what I made in terms of experiences, life experience. I can tell you, I had huge waves, up and downs. Yeah. I can talk about personal life, relationships, about wrong investments, about health issues, and how I recovered. Yeah, just as an example, the last 3 years, I lost 10 kgs. I feel fitter than ever. Yeah, at the age of 47. That has to do with, commitment and discipline and having the right mindset. And that's what we have to look at. First we have to look at your inner world, our inner world. What are the drivers, or what are the unwanted behaviors we want to address. So yeah, we have to unpack those drivers in order to modify our behavior. And it's about limiting beliefs. It's about self-respect, self-love, relationships, and again, leadership, which is also connected to what's the purpose of life. So leadership and life strategist are intertwined. It's not excluding. So yeah, that's about me. So I really want to help you out there to make this corporate world a better place, to make it more inviting to work every day. As you know, you work 5 days, 4 weeks, 11 months, a year. So basically 40, 50, 60% of your entire life, you work for a corporation, you work for a boss. Yeah, if you want to do that, do that. But then we have to create this environment of trust, of joy, of happiness, of positivity. It's so simple. Positivity, yeah, to have a positive attitude. But most people fail with it. And it starts in the morning when they wake up. The alarm clock is ringing. Negative. Oh, I have to get up. Okay. Oh, I missed my flippers. Negative thought. Oh, the hot water is not coming out. Negative thought. Yeah. So we learn to develop a positive attitude. That is also one of the aspects in life. Because when we don't walk through our lives with a positive attitude, with a behavior that spreads positivity, then we're living in a world of being doomed. Yeah. And may I ask you, what is the biggest force in the universe? Yeah. What is the biggest force in the universe? It's love. And this is also something, I totally miss the workplace. Love. Yes, it's simple. I don't expect that you hug each other or you kiss or whatever you do. Yeah, normally when you love somebody. But it's, from this, you bring out this warm feeling. And this has to do again with, your emotions, what's your behavior and what is your mindset. So we have to look at the mental body. We have to look at the emotions. Emotions, yeah. The 5 EIs, yeah, emotional intelligence, self-management skills. Yeah, we talk about self-awareness. We talk about motivation. We talk about empathy, social skills, and self-regulation. So we have to master that. Otherwise, people, the young people, the millennials, they will not wait. Dear corporate world, you will face a big problem when you are not able to retain your people. You cannot treat your people like a commodity. Unfortunately, it's happening on and off, as I experienced it myself. And we're living in 2020 and it's still happening. But there is a huge gap between the older generation and the millennials, the younger generation, and they will not wait. And yes, this sounds harsh, maybe for some of you. This sounds, like I offend somebody, but there are so much hidden costs you generate because you are not able to retain people. Yeah. And this comes from not having the right approach to people. And that is all about leadership. So, enough said about this topic, about myself. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this small excursion. And jumping now into the second part is NLP. As I mentioned, I went for an NLP practitioner training, and I'm still working to educate myself, to practice a lot. But what stands NLP for? NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Neuro is for mind, for the nervous system. We have linguistic, includes language, sound, pictures, feelings, of course, even self-talk, and then the programming. Yeah, programming leaves for some people a strange taste. They say it's manipulation, but actually it's not, and that's not the purpose. Yeah. So by definition of the 70s, the mind, it's the mind that we can utilize to program our consciousness. Yeah. My teacher, Dr. James Matt, he said, yeah, let's replace the P with an A. A stands for apps. Yeah. So NLP can be broken down in two things. One is basically how you tick. Yeah. Looking at your operating system, understand it, what you can do and what you cannot do. And the second one is to download some apps, some programs to hack and speed up your operating system of the unconscious mind. For example, get out of a stuck state, of procrastination, and be motivated. Yeah. So for this, you apply, you use chaining anchor method. Then some people, or a lot of people in the world of NLP, say that NLP is seen as a study of success. So, successful people, they have a common pattern. And, you can apply patterns that constantly and consistently achieve success. So I think that's a great gift, and that's very powerful. So in NLP, basically, you can achieve literally a life, full of success with outstanding, specific, desired results. In NLP, what I mentioned, you can basically help to communicate with anybody. You can let go of negative emotions. You can reprogram your unconscious mind. You get control of your physical health. You can transform your relationship. And obviously, as success is included or is on top of that, you can boost your income because you have this successful thinking mindset. So, said that, I wish now somebody can drop me a personal message to volunteer, if you like, to change an unwanted behavior or a state. That means, for example, simple fingernails, biting. Yeah, this is an unwanted state. Unwanted behavior. Every time you sit in the car, you touch your steering wheel, you're on aggression mode. Yeah. Or you wake up in the morning, as I mentioned, your alarm clock is ringing and you're in a negative state. You're even getting angry. Yeah. Or you approach your office desk and every time you see your office desk, you internally start to shout out loud, oh no, now I have to work again and I have to do this and that. Yeah. So it's really amazing what you can do with, reprogramming and change and interrupt patterns. It's very powerful. So I like to invite you, when you have interest, to do an exercise with me one-on-one via Zoom, via WhatsApp, whatever social media tools we have available, then drop me a line, please. And I'm already at the end of my short podcast, 23 minutes almost. So yeah, time is really running. I thought I would speak for 5 minutes, but always takes a little longer. And yeah, I want to close by saying, treat others how you want to be treated. Yeah, treat others like how you want to be treated. Then you can definitely make this world already a little bit a better place. And finally, I like to thank you for showing up. I hope you're doing good, great. If not, then everything will change for the better. And yes, put a smiley, put a heart, put a comment, and if you watch review, put hashtag PSC, stands for Pete Schaub Consult, or hashtag review. Thank you very much and have a great day. Have a great reminder of the week. Wish you all the best and thanks for showing up. Talk to you soon. Bye. Much love. Ciao.